your name be up on that board someday. That's a quote my mom said to me when we were standing in front of the Blue Jay team records. I didn't even know if I was going to be a Blue Jay at the time, and that moment has changed me ever since. I'll be explaining what swimming has taught me through my competing and training with the Blue Jays. Persistence, confidence, and happiness are three characteristic traits I've learned from in the sport of swimming. I've also learned what it is like to be part of a team. And lastly, swimming is all mental. Through the sport of swimming, I've learned a lot of characteristics, but here are some that mean most to me. SwimSwam in 2018 put out an article about perseverance. It described it as a steadfastness despite difficulty or delay in success. We spend over 2 hours a day in a pool staring at a black line. We go on long trips just to swim maybe 2 minutes total. We beat ourselves up physically in the pool or weight room and mentally by what our coaches tell us or what we think of ourselves. But that doesn't keep us from pushing forward. A February Z-Winning Mindset article described confidence as focusing on good things about you and your abilities. Confidence for me is standing behind the block. I have a good stance, I have a good attitude. I'm ready to push towards my goals. Even when I don't feel the best, I still have the confidence to go fast in that moment. Happiness for me means being full of positivity. That could mean acting in a positive manner towards other teammates or competitors. Even after those bad races, I just go to the locker room to recollect myself, and then I go back out and yell and cheer on my teammates, even though I'm pretty sure they can't hear me and I know they're going fast, obviously. But I still smile and stay positive even after those moments. Swimming hasn't just taught me how to shape my personality, but it has also taught me what it is like to have an excellent crew to support me. Teammates and coaches are everything in the sport of swimming. They're there to cheer you up during your hard times. They're there for you to help you during your workouts. They'll stay with you till the end of your time in that sport. You'll remember those moments when you need them most. My freshman year at state, I swam 100 backstroke. That's been my event ever since I was 10 years old. That year was a pretty interesting year for me. I was prepared for that race. I wanted to get top 16. That's because that was finals. We all hopped in the water. We all got ready on the block. It was a freezing cold pool day. I could see all the other competitors beside me. The official said, "Take your mark," and the buzzer beeped. We all dove back. I had strong underwaters. I had a strong breakout. My stroke count was going fast. We came into the wall. I had a nice flip turn. We come down to the last 50. We're getting on the last stretch. I'm kicking as hard as I can. I finish fast into the wall. I finish sharp and strong. I touch the wall with all the other competitors. I look up at the board. I didn't make top 16. I didn't make finals. I didn't know how to react in that moment. I felt disappointed in myself. I got up out of the pool. I walked over to my teammates on the bench. And out of nowhere, they all came up and hugged me. That's a moment I will always remember. I knew they were all there to help and support me during my hard times. People may think swimming is physically exhausting, but a lot of the sport is just mental. Mental training is a big part of swimming. Most races are won even before the start. That's because it's in the head of the swimmer. If you're nervous, lack self-confidence, or worried about your race, you won't do very well. All that stroke work and technique you've been focusing on all season won't be worth anything You have to believe in yourself in order to get towards those goals you focus on. One important quote a lot of swimmers know is, "Do not breathe." In a 50 free, you have no time to take a breath. The more breaths you take, the more time it's going to add to your race. That little head turn or change in stroke is going to affect that whole race. It's going to add milliseconds to your time that's going to mess up that entire race. That's just one example of why swimming is mentally challenging. It's those small things that you don't really know that's going to make a big difference in the end. A technique a lot of famous swimmers use, and even myself included, is visualization. The day before a race, I'll sit down and I'll focus on every portion of that race, everything from the atmosphere to my stroke itself. I'll count how many strokes I take into the wall. I'll even focus on, well, my finish and my breakout, everything about it. A May 2016 SwimSwam article by Oliver Pure Leroy, a senior national swimmer, states that the brain can't tell a difference between imagined or real experiences, which is why visualization works well in the sport of swimming. Through my career in the sport, I've learned a lot to be who I am today. I've learned to be more confident, more perseverant, and even more happy. I've also learned that my teammates will always have my back. And lastly, that swimming is more of a mind game than a physical challenge. That record that my mom and I saw up on that board that first day, I have that record now. It's my name that holds that record for the Jamestown Blue Jays.